Now at 6, several people now without a home after a tragic fire in Lexington. We'll have the latest. And the Fayette County Board of Education preparing to vote on a new contract for school nurses. Plus, thousands of new coats are on the way for children in need across parts of Kentucky, thanks to a local nonprofit.
I'm Chief Meteorologist T.G. Shuck. Another dandy day of weather here in central and eastern Kentucky, mid to upper 50s. And the good news is we're going to hang with that, it looks like, tomorrow and heading into the weekend. Your 7-day forecast is coming up.
You're watching ABC 36 on your side. News at 6.
Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Paxton Boyd. We begin with breaking political news. Scott County Sheriff Tony Hampton announcing he's running for state representative. Hampton making the announcement just moments ago at Galvin's Restaurant on West Main Street in Georgetown. He was elected as Scott County Sheriff in 2010. We do have a reporter in Georgetown. We'll have more on this breaking news coming up tonight on ABC 36 at 11. All right, checking in once again with our chief meteorologist, T.G. Shuck. Another chilly morning that turns into a very pleasant afternoon, T.G.
Yeah, that's been the pattern, Paxton, of course, all week long. Chilly mornings and then delightful afternoons. I mean, it's hard to believe we're a week away from winter officially and not far off from Christmas, of course. Quiet Thursday morning, but a cold one. Pretty shot there from David Lee Money. Looking good in that regard across the region. And so hopefully you enjoyed the day. Viper Radar here. We are clean and clear with our sweeps, and that's been the case on the satellite as well. Yesterday, we had a few lingering clouds across southern and southeastern Kentucky, but not the case at all today with high pressure setting right overhead. You see the majority of the Ohio and Tennessee Valley cloud-free. A few little scattered clouds earlier through the mountains of West Virginia. So looking good here. Our Bluegrass Pace Care Skyview HC Camera Network checking out Mount Sterling in Montgomery County. Down to 45 now that the sun has set. Winds are calm. Good setup for radiational cooling as we head through the evening and the overnight. So temperatures across the region looking pretty good. We are 48 Lexington as well as Hazard. Still 51 up on the ridgetop there at Jackson. 43 in Danville. Mount Vernon and Rockcastle County checking in at 46. Off to the southwest, they were above the 60-degree mark. Don't think we'll quite get there, but looking pretty good in that regard. Now, let's jump ahead to tomorrow as we get a kickstart on your Friday. Boy, it's going to be another dandy day. Notice zeros across the board as far as rainfall chances. It starts out cool, and we head back into the mid-50s. Again, maybe a half and a half weekend relative to our rain chances. More on that in your 7-day coming up.
Well, an ABC 36 update now. Funeral arrangements have been announced for a Madison County Sheriff's Office captain who died after a medical emergency earlier this week. As we've reported, the Sheriff's Office says Captain Sam Manley died on Tuesday at Baptist Health in Richmond. Manley joined the Sheriff's Office in 2008 and had worked in law enforcement for 36 years. He also served 27 in the U.S. Army Reserve. Lake's Funeral Home says a visitation for Manley will be Monday, December 18th from 5 p.m. until 8 p.m. at Church on the Rock in Berea. His funeral is Tuesday at noon, also at Church on the Rock. Lake's Funeral Home says Manley will be buried at Madison County Memorial Gardens with full military honors. Well, in Lexington, 3 people are now without a home after a fire this morning on Woodhill Drive. Jane Davenport has more.
Behind me are the remnants of a home on the 2400 block of Woodhill Drive that caught fire just before 10:30 this morning. 3 people are now unable to live in their home. Their furniture and belongings lay on their front yard as firefighters work to extinguish the remaining flames. Officials say the fire originated on the first floor. We are told no one was injured, but the cause of the fire is still under investigation. I spoke with one neighbor who shares his concerns about the homes in the area.
These townhomes catch on fire a lot, and there's a lot of aluminum wiring in them, and they were built very inexpensively.
Hawkins adds the importance of fire extinguishers in your home, especially during the holidays.
They're not that expensive. When you think about it could save your life, that's one of the best things you could do.
As the investigation continues, we will update you with more details. Reporting in Lexington, Jane Davenport, ABC 36, on your side.
In Frankfort, the state Supreme Court has dismissed a lawsuit challenging Republican-drawn maps for state house and congressional districts. Democrats filing the lawsuit claiming the redistricting maps were gerrymandering in violation of the state's constitution. The new district boundaries were approved last year. The Supreme Court today found that the new district lines do not violate the state's constitution. Well, traffic update now for drivers in Lexington. The state transportation cabinet says the bridge on Houston-Antioch Road has reopened. The two-lane bridge crosses over parts of Elkhorn Creek. The transportation cabinet says it was closed on May 2nd for deck work after widespread deterioration. Well, now to your Nation View. Thousands of military men and women will get bigger paychecks next year. The House passing the National Defense Authorization Act, which includes the largest pay bump for military members in more than 2 decades. Laura Aguirre has more.
House lawmakers approved the annual renewal of the National Defense Authorization Act. Already passed by the Senate, it has a price tag tipping just past $886 billion.
There are men and women on the front lines across this nation and across the world who are doing the work of this nation.
The bill includes the military's biggest pay raise in more than 20 years, over 5%. It also gives many members additional pay allowances to help with off-base housing and meeting monthly expenses, a move that could boost lagging recruitment numbers.
Of the 5 Defense Department service branches, only 2, the Marine Corps and Space Force, met their active duty enlistment recruitment goals for the fiscal year 2023. In the midst of this recruiting crisis, it makes 0 sense to artificially limit the reach of our military recruitment advertisements.
Controversial provisions related to abortion services and transgender health care for service members were left out, despite being included in a House defense bill that passed this summer. The bill extends current aid for Ukraine through the end of 2026, but funding for a separate $105 billion national security package covering both Ukraine and Israel aid remains mired in bipartisan contention.
I'm very disappointed that we are breaking for the holidays without additional Ukraine funding, without additional Israel funding, without additional humanitarian funding.
The NDAA now goes to President Joe Biden's desk to be signed into law. I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
Well, still ahead on ABC 36 tonight at 6, a special teenager from Kentucky hitting the stage on CMA Country Christmas tonight right here on ABC 36. We'll hear from that teen coming up.
It's been a delightful Thursday here in central and eastern Kentucky. Our Kentucky Mesonet sites showing a bit of a cool down, of course, now that the sun has set. But we're looking at a really nice Friday to come. I'll have your 7-day forecast after the break.
Celebrate a Cincinnati holiday tradition at Newport Aquarium. See Scuba Santa swim with all his fishy friends and a curious sea turtle while you tell him what you want for Christmas. Advance tickets and offers at NewportAquarium.com.
There are trucks, experience. See Sierra, available with the connected driving experience. And the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Or just in time for the holidays, get $8,000 total value for current eligible GMC owners. That's 15% below MSRP on select 2023 Sierra models. Visit your Bluegrass GMC dealer today.
Smoky Mountain Truck Outfitters has everything you need for your car, truck, SUV, and Jeep. Smoky Mountain has the largest line of WeatherTech products in Kentucky to winterize your ride, with products like floor mats, cargo liners, seat protectors, and more. Give the perfect gift with a remote car starter, window tinting, or even gift cards with same-day, next-day pickup and layaway options. Smoky Mountain will beat all local prices and most internet pricing, and they install everything. Smoky Mountain Truck Outfitters, 1516 Colesbury Circle in Lexington off New Circle Road.
It's the BetMGM must-see matchup. Boston takes on Los Angeles on Christmas. Get your bets in. Set your picks and shoot your shot. It's time to up the action. Download the BetMGM app and get up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if your first bet doesn't win. It's on.
Kroger gives you so many ways to save. on top of our lower than low prices. Enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. Earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon. And with a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Plus, our weekly sales will keep your budget merry and bright. So get rewarded and save. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Celebrate a Cincinnati holiday tradition at Newport Aquarium with Scuba Santa. For a limited time, get a membership with 2 extra months free and discover everything new coming for Newport Aquarium's 25th anniversary. Save at newportaquarium.com.
Well, to help keep students warm for the winter, thousands of new coats are on the way for children in need across parts of Kentucky. It's all thanks to a local nonprofit organization and donations from here in Lexington. Community activist Divine Karama's Believing in Forever organization says donated coats were bagged and loaded up at Consolidated Baptist Church. Volunteers left out this morning to deliver the coats to students in central and eastern Kentucky. Karama says they may also have an opportunity to give coats to people in other parts of the community as well.
We're able to bless every single school that put in an order. And then on Saturday, we're going to give the community an opportunity to walk in and grab whatever we have left. We have several hats, gloves, we even have shoes and socks and a few coats as well.
Well, Karama says more than 2,400 coats were donated from the community to help those in need. Well, may have needed a coat this morning, but definitely not this afternoon. Been a very pleasant afternoon today.
It's been just a crazy stretch. I mean, you think a week from today, we will see winter officially arriving, and about a week and a half from the Christmas holiday, and it has not felt like it at all. Cold morning, but a pretty one out there. Nice shot from Ellen Stanley Sears, as always. Notice the cloud-free skies here. Checking out our Viper radar, clean sweeps across the board. Nothing in the way, of course, rain or clouds for that matter. Today, really all across central and eastern Kentucky, we were cloud-free. Yesterday, we had a few little scattered clouds here and there, but that's not the case with high pressure sitting right overhead. A really nice day, looking good all throughout the region. Our live camera from downtown Somerset down in Pulaski County, where it is still hanging in at 52 there. So temperatures are beginning to drop off, but still above the 50-degree mark. Across southern Kentucky, we had mid to even upper 50s there. We're at 48 Lexington, 45 in Mount Sterling, 48 in Moorhead. Back to Bardstown at 49 as well. Checking out our Mesonet sites here, we see we're in the 40s and 50s, and regionally still pretty toasty, I guess you could say, for this time of the year out to the southwest. It was cold this morning, 24, 57 for the afternoon high, average high and low, 46 and 30. And of course, that sunset about 5:20. So once it has gone down the last couple of days, we've really seen those temperatures begin to drop off. As mentioned, high pressure setting right overhead. So that's provided a great day east of the Mississippi. Got a little moisture out here to the west. On our futurecast, we're looking at another nice evening. It will be on the chilly side, so take the jacket along with you. You will definitely need it. Tomorrow morning, out the door, temperatures in the upper 20s to right around 30, especially down south. And then we're going to surge all the way into the mid and even upper 50s across southern and southeastern Kentucky. Now, looking down the road here, we talked about these two waves of low pressure trying to come together. The other issue is a very strong area of low pressure over the Gulf of Mexico, and this is going to ride up the eastern seaboard. These two coming together, but it's really how they will phase. That is the critical component. But that Gulf low cranks up this weekend. It is going to be wet, windy, and stormy through Florida and up and down the eastern seaboard. In fact, we may actually see a little bit of wind with that low to our east. Latest runs here, some decent showers Saturday night into Sunday, but at least the latest run trying to keep a lot of the rain to our east on Sunday, and then we see some cooler air begin to wrap in Notice struggling to get above the 40-degree mark. I talked about the wind element as well. Notice the gusts Saturday evening on the order of 25 to even 30 miles per hour winds weaken a bit. And as that low goes by to the east, we'll see those wind gusts crank up again Sunday and even into Monday as well. As far as rainfall totals are concerned, we're generally, again, looking at probably a half inch or so, with the bulk of that being off to our east. And of course, we need the rain, still in that drought situation with the moderate drought down to our south. So checking out our multi-city forecast for tonight. 25 in Somerset, 28 here in Lexington, and in the mid to upper 20s, Moorhead and Jackson. And then tomorrow afternoon, mid to even upper 50s, especially across southern southeast Kentucky. Plenty of sunshine. Looking ahead with your 7-day forecast here. Temperatures look good. Again, we'll maybe potentially drop that rain chance down a bit, depending on how things look heading toward the weekend. Cooler, and yes, a week from today, the winter solstice, 10:27 in the evening. Afternoon highs in the upper 40s.
Snow is falling Christmas Eve, and Santa's on his way with a sleigh full of toys for the girls and boys, with only one night to give away. Right around Kentucky, Santa made it right when a Grinch in a big truck ran the light. Rudolph shouted out, "Everyone okay?" Santa called the hammer, and don't you know the hammer saved Christmas Day.
The Southern Lights are on for the 30th year at the Kentucky Horse Park.
I can't wait!
Open nightly except Christmas, now through December 31st. Every generation loves the Southern Lights. It's fun for kids of all ages.
I can't believe that little girl was me 17 years ago, and I still can't wait.
Make memories while you stroll through the Holiday Village. Presented by Friends of Coal.
The Southern Lights are on.
Happy holidays, everybody. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do my holiday break in P-Bird. First, picture break. Now we're at the East Kentucky Science Center. They have a dragon, and I bet you won't touch it. Now it's a sugar break. Now we're at the Mountain Art Center for the Kentucky Opry Christmas Show. Welcome to Archer Park. There's over 1 million lights here. Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
From all of us at ABC 36, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
This portion of ABC 36 News is brought to you by the Kentucky Lottery. Over $4.8 billion in grants and scholarships.
Well, an ABC 36 update now. The Fayette County Board of Education in Lexington says it will not be swearing in its new District 3 board member tonight, as previously scheduled. In the meantime, board members say they will discuss a new contract with the Fayette County Health Department for school nurses with a possible vote. We'll have the latest on their decision coming up on ABC 36 tonight at 11. Well, tonight, a Kentucky teen is getting the chance to live out her dreams. She's performing CMA Country Christmas later this evening. The program airs tonight at 8 right here on ABC 36. The teenager says it hasn't always been an easy road. ABC 36's Ramey Cohen spoke with Madison and her mom, Jenny Ramage. Madison says this experience is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
It was my dream since a little girl to be able to do something with country music and write my own song, produce it and everything. So it's definitely amazing to get to do all this, and I'm very grateful. So.
Madison Ramage was born with a bone difference in her feet, which made it difficult for her to stand, run, or play sports. She eventually found Shriners Children's Hospital in Lexington, where she underwent several surgeries to help eliminate pain as she walks. So from 8 to 12 years old, she went from a cast to crutches after each surgery.
They've made me custom orthotics every time my foot grows.
Madison says she has always had a passion for singing, and while she was recovering from her foot surgeries, she learned to play guitar. So on Thursday night on ABC's CMA Country Christmas, you'll hear Madison's original song about her Shriners Hospital experience.
Life without Shriners Hospital, I would not be active. I'd probably be in the house more, I wouldn't be who I am today.
Now, Madison is a patient ambassador for the hospital. She and her mom, Jenny, hope her journey inspires others.
Maybe, her song might touch some ears somewhere that might say, hey, they might be able to help my child as well. Maybe that's somewhere we never knew of. And that's the whole goal of this.
I just hope that the right people see my song and know that Shriners is not just for certain kids, they're for everybody. So.
That was Ramey Cohen reporting. Madison says she hopes to make it big and one day perform at the Grand Ole Opry. Well, Kentucky basketball is staying on the road, but there's some trouble at home. Coming up in sports, Sports Tucker breaks down the Cats' next game versus North Carolina and an issue with the Rupp Arena courts.
Health Break, brought to you by CHI St. Joseph Health.
Most of us know that high blood pressure can put us at risk for heart attacks and strokes, but many of us don't know what blood pressure numbers should be. Dr. Sean Flynn from CHI St. Joseph Health provides some answers.
The American Heart Association recently said that the normal blood pressure in a typical patient is less than 120/80. For patients that are over the age of 65, they have found that a good range of blood pressure for someone in that age group is going to be in the 130s/80s.
With this knowledge, it's important to check your blood pressure on a regular basis and talk with your doctor if your numbers are too high.
The best way is just to use a store-bought blood pressure cuff. I always recommend one that's being used on the arm and not the wrist. It's a little bit more accurate. Take the blood pressure 2 hours after you take the medication, twice a day with the heart rate, and do this for 2 to 3 weeks and keep a blood pressure log.
For more information, go to chistjosephhealth.org. I'm Kristen Presall.
Smoky Mountain Truck Outfitters has everything you need for your car, truck, SUV, and Jeep. Smoky Mountain has the largest line of WeatherTech products in Kentucky to winterize your ride, with products like floor mats, cargo liners, seat protectors, and more. Give the perfect gift with a remote car starter, window tinting, or even gift cards with same-day, next-day pickup and layaway options. Smoky Mountain will beat all local prices and most internet pricing, and they install everything. Smoky Mountain Truck Outfitters, 1516 Colesbury Circle in Lexington off New Circle Road.
We're Sims Furniture. We feel everyone deserves the opportunity to have beautiful, brand new furniture or appliances. If you're a little tight on money or you've had issues with your credit, that's not a problem at Sims. No matter what your circumstances, at Sims, we will get you approved with low monthly payments because now we're approving everyone. That's right, everyone. Don't take my word for it. Come see for yourself and we'll make you a believer. Sims Furniture in Lexington, Frankfort, Richmond, and Corbin.
Explore, compare, and find your car at mancars.com.
Man, what a deal.
That sound means it's time for Sports Force Tucker with you. Thanks so much for dropping in. Another acid test for 14th-ranked Kentucky men's basketball comes in the form of the 9th-ranked North Carolina Tar Heels. The two powerhouses will do battle in Atlanta, Georgia on Saturday at 5:30 in the evening. Kentucky's coming off a win versus Penn, 81-66 in Philadelphia. For the past two games, they've had 7-footer Aaron Bradshaw back in the rotation. After a poor season debut versus UNC Wilmington, Bradshaw's had a breakout performance versus the Quakers. Aaron finished with a double-double, 17 points and 11 rebounds. Coach Bruiser Flint says that balancing the way Kentucky plays with its smaller players than its big men is a part of the growing pains that the team is going to have to get used to as they get some height back.
Because I think we're going to play a little bit different in terms of our speed. And when you have the big guys, you post up more, you know what I mean? Do you have a little bit more of a post presence? You guys all love it because y'all think we're shooting all these three-point shots. And everybody comments on it. But, when you get guys, you got to have some balance. If you're really going to be good, you got to have some balance. You got to be able to score inside. You got to be able to score outside. So I think that's one of the things going forward. That's going to be our biggest thing.
Even though the Cats are away, there is trouble inside Rupp Arena. Per an arena statement, Robbins Inc. and UK have taken the new court for men's and women's basketball back after officials from both sides were, quote, not satisfied with the performance of the floor under game conditions. The new floor did perform well under factory tests, though. Before replacement is delivered and installed, the old floor will be used for games. The statement did not specify when the new floor will be ready for competition. There's even more news in the UK basketball world. Former Wildcat Oscar Tshiebwe scored his first NBA point on Wednesday night for the Indiana Pacers in their loss to the Milwaukee Bucks. Big O tallied the debut point on a free throw make in the fourth quarter. The Pacers were down 16 points at the time. Let's see that one more time. He also grabbed a rebound. Oscar was called up on November 30th to the Pacers from the D League. And there was some controversy you'll see here in just a moment. After the game, the Bucks' Giannis Antetokounmpo running away after he scored a franchise 64 points to get a game ball that he wanted to commemorate for his accomplishments. But a Pacers staff member already taken it back to the team's locker room. That's why you see Giannis running. And then he comes back out, and the Greek Freak rushing to the court again to confront other Pacers players. Indy's coach Rick Carlisle explains what happened from their team's point of view.
What happened after the game was unfortunate. There was a misunderstanding about the game ball. It was Oscar Tshiebwe's first official NBA point, so we always get the game ball. We were not thinking about Giannis's franchise record, so we grabbed the ball and. A couple of minutes later, several of their players ended up in our hallway, and there was a big I don't know what to call it, a fracas.
You like the word fracas?
Fracas. I thought he was going to go with kerfuffle, but
no,
yeah,
that's a good one too. Yeah. Mayhem, maybe a little bit of. Yeah. So it's commonplace for an NBA rookie. Once they score their first point, you get the game ball. Mm-hmm. Obviously, interesting situation there. Giannis having a huge milestone. So it seems like Big O has his ball because Giannis said today, or last night rather, that he had got another game ball. He didn't really think it felt like the actual ball he played with, but I think he'll be able to live with that. Yeah. He gave it to his mom. I think his mom will be okay.
Okay, yeah. Giannis gets a ball. Oscar gets a ball. Everybody gets a ball. Everybody's
Oprah Winfrey.
Happy. All right, we'll be right back.
Tonight, the Ukraine funding fight.
To walk away would be a disgrace.
And the border debate.
We've got to be able to solve all these problems.
Where things stand, more Americans turn to the most watched program on television. World News Tonight with David Muir.
Your choice of attorney is critical. If you're injured, you need to find an attorney who has trial verdicts in Kentucky.
Just this year, Kentucky juries have awarded over $20 million to our clients.
Insurance companies know who tries cases here in Kentucky, and they know what the results are.
That's a pretty tight spot going. That's so you. It parks itself. That's so you. Of course you know where we're going. That's so you.
Kind of got a sixth sense.
And a head-up display.
They're here.
At the heart of every Buick SUV is you.
Discover the joy this holiday season and get 1.9% APR on select 2023 Buick SUV models. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners get up to $2,500 purchase allowance. Visit your Bluegrass Buick dealer today.
We keep this love in a photograph. We make these memories for ourselves, where our eyes are never closing, hearts are never broken, and time's forever frozen still. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped.
5 minutes, fellas. 5 minutes.
I appreciate it, man. Oh, okay. You getting that bet in before the boom, huh?
Yeah, LA all the way.
What? Oh, come on, man. You know it's Boston, baby.
KG, I understand why you said it, but it's LA.
Jay, are you serious?
You know what? It's LA.
Why are you standing up?
Because it's LA. You know what? You ain't scaring me. Let me tell you something. That ain't enough.
Boston, Boston, Boston.
It's LA.
We know the inside of the insurance business.
Back when I was representing the insurance companies, I saw the volume business, and I saw people being paid less than what they could have obtained, and I wanted to change that.
John and Monica use AT&T. David and Dana have Spectrum Mobile. With AT&T, John and Monica pay way more for their 2 unlimited lines. With Spectrum, David and Dana get 1 unlimited mobile line for $29.99 and their second line free. And with Spectrum, there are no added taxes or hidden fees. David and Dana save big, over $1,400 in savings.
It's true.
We're switching to Spectrum. Get 1 unlimited line for $29.99 and get your next line free. Call, click, or visit a Spectrum store today.
Watch ABC 36 every Friday night for Chief Meteorologist T.G. Shucks' Bowtie Friday Forecast. Brought to you by Stuart Mercer. You're watching ABC 36 on your side. News at 6.
And here's your Kentucky Lottery Scratch forecast. If we can go to the other source, there we go. A little bit of an updated look here. Little 4-leaf clover. Lucky 3 day, and it is going to be fairly lucky. Now, of course, Sunday, again, we're watching here for the potential of a few showers. We may actually back that down a little bit just based on some of the latest model trends. But, man, next couple of days looking good. Mid-50s for afternoon highs. So, first 2 days of winter.
I thought it was St. Patrick's Day for a second.
Raining shamrocks.
All right, World News Tonight coming up next with David Muir. Have a great night. We'll see you back here coming up tonight at 11.